Everyone wants to be loved. And we all want someone who feels like they're always there for you or that they would do anything for you.
As you wish.
Sometimes it works out and you have those people in your life and it's wonderful. And sometimes it doesn't. If you feel like you don't have one of those people in your life, you're not alone. Research suggests that in the United States, before the pandemic, 1 in 3 people felt chronically lonely. And after the pandemic, up to half of our population felt that way. We talk about our husbands or wives or partners or best friends. We even have celebrations and holidays for those people and celebrating that kind of love. What we don't do a very good job is helping people experience love when that person doesn't exist yet or just isn't available. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can experience love even when someone isn't just sitting there waiting to give it to us. So today we're going to explore that and one quick and easy way that you can facilitate that kind of love in your life. Many problems that we have in experiencing love today are linked to experiences that we've had in the past, some of them reaching all the way back to our childhood. While we can't go back and actually change your childhood and make people give you the love that you deserved and needed, we can use a different approach that kind of tricks our body into thinking that we did the same thing. We can use the power of visualization combined with real life actions in the present moment. This gives our bodies memories and current feedback of what it's like to feel loved. I'm going to share the idea, give you an example of me practicing it, and then give you a resource to make it even easier. So the first step, think back to your childhood and put in as much detail as you can. If the details are fuzzy, it's fine for you to make them up of what it would have been like in your head. Imagine yourself in your innocence. Maybe you're the bravest kid on the block. Maybe you're a really great artist and you love sharing your drawings. Maybe you're really funny and you're just kind of the goofy kid wandering around. Maybe you're really quiet and shy and just into those prizes in the cereal box that you'd get every once in a while. You have a special cubby where you keep them. Whatever you decide, every version is perfect. And think back to how you craved acceptance and love and affection and maybe even specific things that you were really hoping for when you were little. What might those things be? They're usually pretty little. A bedtime story, a favorite meal, somebody giving you hugs when you feel down or afraid, or even just somebody having time to spend with you to go get the ice cream and hang out and have it together. There are thousands of ways that you might feel loved when you were a child. Now, the tricky part is that we didn't always get those expressions of love. Maybe someone wasn't available to give it to you. Maybe they tried to give you love, but it wasn't in a way that actually worked for you or gave you what you needed and wanted. Maybe there weren't enough resources in the family to be able to give you the love. This can impact how we experience love as adults. Maybe it leaves you feeling like you don't deserve love. Or maybe you're supposed to be the one giving all the time and not receiving. Or maybe you do want love, you deserve it, you ask for it, but the things that people do never seem to feel especially loving to you. So now here's where we can heal and change the story. With your eyes closed or your gaze softened, go back to that scene of you as a little kid. Now imagine yourself, your adult self, giving those things to that child. The warmth, the love, the connection, the hugs, the experience. This is about reconnecting with the emotion of what it would feel like if someone did give that to you when you were little. The visualization isn't about recreating a lovely childhood. It's about recreating a connection to the love and the warmth that you've always wanted and always deserved. Now, let's make a bridge of that emotion into the present reality. Here are some small acts of self-love you can do today, which make that emotion and those feelings from your childhood become real presently. If you wanted someone to take the time to read to you, get out a book and read to yourself before bed. If you wanted someone to have an adventure with you and take the time, Stop what you're doing and go for a playful walk. Explore something new that you wouldn't normally do. Maybe even do it in a way that feels childlike. Maybe you wanted some special treat that you never got. Take yourself out for ice cream. Eat the candy today. Revel in it. Remember, most of the things that we desire and crave to feel loved aren't huge things. They're not the new car, the trip to Paris, or whatever it may be. They're little things. They're little things that we do for ourselves consistently and intentionally over time. Every time you reconnect with your younger self and give that child the emotional experience that they were craving, along with a real life, current physical act of kindness and love, you are reprogramming your brain to experience it in a different way. So I am envisioning myself, little Amy, walking around the family farm by myself, feeling lonely, and pretending that I have a horse. I have always been an animal lover, and I spent hours alone reading about horses, studying about horses. We didn't have any. I didn't know anything about them. But envisioning, literally leading my pretend horse around, walking around the family barn, envisioning how I would restore it and revitalize it and make it a place where I could have a horse and have all these wonderful experiences. So I'm walking around and I envision adult me showing up and being interested, really interested in why I wanted to have a horse, what that meant to me, what it would look like, what I would do with it, what the stable would look like and the barn door, all the different things, all of the excitement, feeling like I was truly valued for these ideas and loved. Now, with that emotional experience, the concrete thing that I'm going to do isn't go out and buy myself a horse, way too big. Isn't even, I'm going to go take a horse riding lesson. It's also too big to fit in my life. But what I am going to do is to write myself a letter from that adult me to little me, saying how much I loved seeing them today, how I learned something about horses, and I'm excited about the idea of horses now, and that I truly believe in me, that I believe I will have horse adventures and all the things that I love. Making concrete the love that I'm visualizing, that I really, really wanted as a child. Research also backs this idea. Dr. Kristin Neff is a leading researcher on the idea of self-compassion, or ways to give yourself love. They've done numerous studies on the effects of self-compassion and how good it is for you. But the one I'm thinking of in particular was from 2013, when people practiced self-love or self-compassion, and it led to their ability to have more empathy, forgiveness, and compassion for others. This turns it into a cycle where when you love yourself, you're different and more accepting and loving of others, and that creates better connections with people around you. Internal love and external love. So if this was useful to you, please feel free to share it with someone you know. Leave a comment below on your own experience of how you can be more self-loving, and consider subscribing to the This Beautiful Brain newsletter, where every week we send out information on how to have a healthier brain and a better quality of life. I'm so glad you were here today. I'll see you again.